Alright, we were factoring and reducing rational expressions on Friday. We're gonna continue and finish this section of today and start the new one, which is going to be multiplication of rational and division of rational expressions. Why don't we go a few slides back and review quickly what we know about rational expressions from Friday. Rational expressions are, again, coming from the word ratio. You expect to see a numerator and denominator with a lot of variables and numbers together. But those variables and numbers can be only raised to whole powers. Exponents should be just whole positive powers, or sometimes it can be negative, but I will tell you how to change them when we have one. Okay, first thing we did was evaluating numbers in those expressions. You simply switch each letter by that number given. And later we have learned that some numbers makes these functions sick, and you need to avoid them. They are called restricted values, such as 3 is one of them. When I substitute 3, w minus 3 is 0. And negative 7/2 was the other one. Okay? And for this one, you needed to have to factor this as, we factored this as t plus 6, t minus 2, and we have figured that when we set each into 0, there were two numbers making this function sick or undefined, which is minus 6 and 2. Literally take this 2 and minus 6 into plugging into t, you will get the denominator 0. So restricted values, the values that makes the denominator 0. And then we started factoring and simplifying rational expressions, just like we did with numbers. You break numbers and variables into as many pieces as possible, and then if there is a matching term, you cancel them. Okay? Well, I warned you about blocks. I call these parentheses blocks. They either cancel together, both terms in the parentheses together, or you don't cancel them at all. Again, this stuff does not cancel, because this is a block, this is another block. You cannot cancel x's and leave 3's alone. Can I cancel 3's as well? No, because this is plus 3, this is minus 3, glued to x. So these are two different identities, x plus 3 and x minus 3. They are not the same. This cannot be canceled. Although x3 match, we cannot cancel them. So when can we cancel them? If this is a product like this, yes, you can cancel now 3's, x's, and get plus 3 and minus 3 makes minus 1. The result would be minus 1 when it's product. Important, because we will see this again today. And we factored and canceled these 3. These were still relatively easy, and we did these too. And we were left with the hard ones today. How do you simplify a rational expression which is not ready for simplification? What do I mean by not ready? They are not being factored. Not being factored yet. So this, I call this a dish which has not been cooked yet. You need to first cook it, then serve it, okay? So how do you factor top and bottom? We start with the top. I need you to factor this. Most common method, most basic method we always apply into any factoring question is search for GCF, greatest common factor. Do you see anything common between these two terms? Anything? 8c, 48, nothing. What is common? 8. 48 can be broken as 8 times 6. This is 8 times 6. I can factor 1/8 from each term. That's the top. This is the top. Put it in a frame. Keep it. We will use it next. But you need to do the same thing for the bottom next. However, the bottom is not that easy. This is a trinomial. It's called trinomial, as in three terms here. How do I factor three-term polynomial? Is there anything common between c squared, 9c, and 18 at the first place? Can we call something out, factor out a GCF? No. C's are in the first two, but not in the last one. 9 is in the second and third one, but not in the first one. Nothing common in all three terms. Then we need to try a method in chapter 6. It's called, what is it called? Trial error, AC method. Trial error we are gonna do, but the simple version of trial error, because this is 1. So this is an easy type factorization. You are going to try this trial error. Okay? You're going to find out two numbers here. One here, one there. And their product is going to be positive 18 product. But their sum will be, somebody tell me. Negative 9. Okay, what two numbers are those? Negative 6 and negative 3. Again, if you can't spot it in one shot, you have to try negative 1, negative 18, maybe positive 1, positive 18, 9, 2, negative 9, negative 2. So there are so many options. Eventually you will get there. You will catch the exact one that makes minus 9 when you add, because 9 and 2 doesn't make minus 9 when you add them. Okay, so we have now C something, those things are minus 6 and minus 3. Frame this one too. You are ready to serve the dish. This question now, 8c minus 48, c squared minus 9c plus 18 is fully cooked, and this is your meal. Eat it. Eating means simplifying. Reduce this. Reduce this. How? What's canceling? Yeah, watch for blocks or numbers matching on the top and bottom. C minus 6 and C minus 6 blocks cancel, and that's on it. That's it. And leave out, repeat anything left over in the top and bottom respectively. 8 and C minus 3. Any questions? It can be simplified. We actually factored and canceled something, and the result was C minus 6 divide, no, this is not correct. So reset, start with a fraction, then type in C minus 6. No, it wasn't C minus 6. What was it? 8? 8. And then C minus 6. C minus 3. Thank you. Alright. Compare this question to the previous one we just finished. What do you see? Bottoms are the same difficulty. You see the bottom part? C squared 8y 12. Almost C squared minus 9c 18. Almost the same. However, the top was a binomial. Bi means 2. This is a binomial. This was kind of easier to factor. This is a trinomial. 3 terms. Guess what we are going to do? You are going to break top and bottom into 2 pieces. Because it's a binomial. I will start with the easy side. Which side is easier between top and bottom? Which one is easier? Bottom. Why?
You already have the numbers right there in front of you.
Yeah, there is no number in front. This is an easy trial error. Easy trial error because this cross work is gonna solve it. Product is 12, sum is 8, both positive. What two numbers multiply to positive 12, add to 8? 6, positive 6 and positive 2. Do you agree? 6 times 2 is 12, 6 plus 2 is 8. Perfect. You got it. This is y plus 6, y plus 2. Alright, you're good at this one. How about the top? 5y squared plus 4y plus minus 12. Now this is gonna be nasty because the number in front is not 1. Doing directly this is incorrect. I see in the exam people put the last number here, the middle number, and they try to figure out two numbers, multiplying them. Completely wrong. Sorry. This doesn't work here. It worked on the left. It will not because this is 5. So you have two shots. You either really smart and guess how this splits up quickly, what two numbers comes here, and when you FOIL it, it makes 4y and minus 12. You can do that. You have that gift. Or if you don't have that gift, there is an algorithm, long algorithm. You have to go with that. It's called AC method from chapter 6. AC method is your only shot. This is trial error. Can you tell me what two numbers make this minus 12 and 4y when you FOIL it? Anyone? Anyone gifted? Alright, let's try. 6 and negative 2. What's the test? You multiply outside numbers first. Minus 10y. Minus 2 times 5 is minus 10y. You multiply the inside numbers, which is positive 6y, and add these up. But when I add, what is 6 and minus 10y? Nope. Sorry, you didn't get it. It's negative 4y you got. I'm asking for positive 4y, but you're very close because you know the fix. How can I get the right ones if this is not working? But you got the opposite. Huh? Flip the signs. You flip this one to negative, this one to plus. Now this is plus, this is minus, and the result is plus. Do it. 5 times 2, positive 2 is positive 10. Minus 6 times y is minus 6y. The total is 4y. You got it. But you may not be this lucky. You might not be this good with numbers. Then what shall we do? Let's remember the AC method. In AC method, as it's clear from the title, you multiply A and C first. What is A times C? 5 times 12, negative 60. Then you make this cross symbol, put minus 60 in here. What do I put in the top? Put 4 to the top and find out two numbers multiplying into minus 60, adding to 4. Can you tell me two numbers multiplying to 60 and 4? It can be 160. It can be 230. 320. What's that?
Negative 6 and 10.
Negative 6 and 10. Negative 6 times 10 is negative 60. Add them, positive 4. Yeah, you go try one by one. 4, 5. Eventually, you will hit the right pair with the right signs. You need to flip the signs as well, okay? 1 negative, 1 positive, positive, negative, negative, positive. Try after 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 options, you will catch this guy. And what do I do with these numbers now? Minus 6 and 10. Oh, is that the final answer? We just set it up as y minus 6, y plus 10? No. No, this is wrong. We use this minus 6 and 10 to break the middle term. Minus 6y, 10y. So clean everything. You don't need this AC method anymore. You have already the result here. Clean it up, back up everything. Just rewrite this expression as minus 6y and 10y. Again, AC method is used to break the middle term on it. That's it. It's not to get the final factorization form in one shot. It's to break the middle term and get 4 terms, and you can do grouping now. Y is factored. And then, what can I factor here? I can factor 2's on this one. Positive 2. And look. And how do I know I'm on the right track on AC method? If these are matching, yes, you are on the right track. And factor them again. And put the left out items, leftovers, onto this side. Did we get the same answer earlier you gave me? 6 and 2 minus 6 and 2. Look, multiply minus 6 and 2 minus 12. Multiply the outside inside terms, positive 4. Yes, that's the pair we were looking for. So, top is now 5y minus 6y plus 2. We have successfully broke the top and bottom into 2 pieces. What is next? Simplify. Eat it. You cook the dish and eat the dish, and we have these 2 matching. They cancel. Result is 5y minus 6, y plus 6. Okay? Any questions? Again, I'm not an advocate of AC method. It works, but it's too long. Improve your number skills and do trial error. Try to guess 2 numbers multiplying into minus 12, and when you foil it, adding to 4y. The first method I like better, trial error, because it's time efficient. It's faster. This is the final result, but I have a question. Can't we cancel these? Can't we cancel y as well and get only what is left? 5? Look, 6's are canceling, y's are canceling, only 5 survived here. I have a feeling this is the right answer. No. This is the check you're gonna make. The stuff you canceled, you just canceled initially. These 2 you canceled, right? What is the operation right before or after it? This is the operation before 6. Do we have anything afterwards? No. Check whether they are multiplications. If these are multiplications, yes, you can cancel them. But are they multiplications? No. Subtraction and addition, that means these are a block. This is a block. 6 and 5y is a block. Y and 6 is a block. They do not cancel unless entire blocks match. So no cancellations. Wrong. So 5y minus 6, y plus 6 is what I'm gonna do. Oh, first put the fraction before anything else. I mistyped. Okay, that was the mistake. Y plus 6. At least I know I got the right answer. Alright. Next two questions about a simple detail. Look, now look at number 12. It looks like so easy. Oh, piece of cake question comparing to 11. But it's a dangerous question. And 13 as well. So you need to get familiar with these because you work a long question, spend 20 minutes on it, a lot of steps, but somewhere you do one of the following mistakes I'm going to explain next. It messes up your whole credit, whole work. So these are misconceptions that's costly. Simple mistakes, costly. We need to clear them in this section. This is how. When you have two numbers with opposite sign, one on the top, one on the bottom, everybody knows how to cancel them, right? You cancel and divide the signs, negative and positive, divide each other to negative. Since the digits match, their ratio is 1. The answer is negative 1. If you have a ratio of two opposite numbers, the answer is negative 1. Everybody knows this, right? Okay, are we good? Yeah. Same true if you have more digits, 100, 100, still is negative 1, no matter how many digits you have. Plus minus divides into minus. However, how do we do this with blocks? I told you you cannot cancel these because they are not the same. To be able to cancel these and make one, they need to be the same. Yeah, they can't cancel as one, but there is something else going on here. These two terms are not the same, however, we call them opposite if each and every term is opposite sign. This is opposite sign. This is opposite sign. Right? Opposite. Then you can factor a minus from either bottom or top. We factor the minus with the most negative side. The most negative side is the bottom. We can factor a minus out, and these signs, original signs, turns to opposite, plus and plus. So when you factor a minus 1 from a block, they turn into opposite signs. Look, they used to be minus, now they are plus and plus. Where did these minuses go? Out. You factor the minus out. Now look, we can cancel them because these two blocks are the same. They are the same. Where did that difference go? It went outside as minus 1. Okay? So you have 1 left on the top. This is canceled. 1 over negative 1. Two opposite signs divide each other into minus 1. So from now on, when you see two blocks, there are two options. Either they are the same. If they are the same two blocks, you cancel and make one. Or they are opposite of each other, minus of each other, you still cancel them and make one. So how do I know they are opposite? If the signs on the bottom or top one is both terms are opposite of the other side. Okay? Here is another example. You may say, oh, these are not the same. This is minus, this is plus. But no, these are opposite. Look, x's have opposite signs. How about the constants? This is plus 2, minus 2. They are the opposite as well. Both terms have opposite signs, means if you call a minus from top or bottom, if you factor a minus, so this time the other went with the top and factored the minus, you could have factored from the bottom as well. You can. Then what we have is, when you factor a minus out, this turns into minus, this turns into plus. You may say these are different, but they are not different. Look at these two parentheses. Tell me if they are the same or not. You may say they are different because this is minus 2 first, x next. This is x first, minus 2 next. but they are the same. Look, plus x, minus 2, minus 2. They are identical. It's just rearranged terms, flip terms. Flipping does not make a difference. They are the same. So we can cancel these, cross these, and minus 1 is what's left. Or minus 1 over 1 is what's left. The answer is still minus 1. There are 3 factoring methods you learned here. One is 2 numbers, opposite signs, minus 1. Everybody knows this, I think. This is easy. But these 2 may be the first time you noticed. If 2 blocks are different, but you can factor a minus 1 and they become the same, yes, you can cancel them. The answer is minus 1. Sometimes the order may be misplaced, switched, but if you see the same signs between each term, they are the same. You can still cancel them even though they are flipped. Okay? Let's put this into work next. First question. Tell me the answer. 3 seconds. If you can't answer this in 3 seconds, you didn't get what I said. 1 or negative 1 or not cancelled. 3 options. Cannot be cancelled. Who says 1? Let me see hands. Nobody? How about minus 1? Okay, how about cannot be cancelled? The right answer is this. Why? Because I do block comparison. When I compare this block to this block, my first response is no, they are not the same, so they can't be cancelled is my first initial response. But when I take a deeper look at, I see opposite sign of p's, I see opposite sign of 5's, so they are completely opposite. So I factor a minus 1 from the bottom one, and voila, they turn the same. P plus 5, P plus 5. I called minuses out, they turn into positive. Cancel, the result is minus 1. Okay. Now I'm going to test you on this one. So this is good. Can be cancelled, can be simplified, and the answer is minus 1. Let's see. How about I say a new question. I do P plus 5 and P minus 5. What do you say? 1, negative 1, or can't be cancelled? I don't know, you what? How many of you guys say 1? To call 1, they must be the same. They are not the same, right? So this is off the list. How about minus 1? To say minus 1, they must be entirely opposite signs. P minus P. 5 minus 5, okay, but this is same. These are opposite. So it's not minus 1 either. So the answer is can't be cancelled. This can't be reduced. Do not do this. Don't try to cancel like this one by one. It's a block. They either go together and make 1, or they are opposite, make minus 1. There is no third option. Okay? Alright, what do you think about the last one? My first initial response is just like here, same, but these are opposite. We cannot cancel entirely as 1 or minus 1, but there is another cancellation here. What is 20 and 45? Do you see something common between them? There is a GCF, greatest common factor, on the top. there is a common term between them. I can call that 5 out, and this becomes 4q minus 9. My 9 and q looks the same. I will make my 9 like this. Okay? The bottom. Can you factor the bottom? This is 5, 4, 5, 9 again, 5 common. Factor 5, 4q plus 9. Cross out 5s. Then we have 4q minus 9, not g. And 4q plus 9. So, what's the verdict here? Plus 1, minus 1, because they cancel, right? They are just opposite. It's just opposite sign, so I will go say minus 1. Am I right? No, I'm tricking you. To call it minus 1, this bottom should be opposite sign of the top. Like this is plus, this is minus, this is minus, this is plus. Yeah, I can cancel now, but not like this, because these are same. These are opposite. Won't make it. It must be both sides opposite. Okay? Alright. I just want to make sure. What is this one? How about now? What is it? This is negative 1. Factor negative. It turns into positive 2x and minus 5. Don't do anything on the bottom. They are the same. Cancel. Negative 1 left. Negative 1 over 1 is negative 1. Okay? Alright. We're done with the first section. Any questions? All those skills you learn in the first section will be repeated over and over until this section is over, even in the next chapter. Okay? So the entire chapter 7 will deal with this reduction. As a matter of fact, I can't overemphasize this reduction skills. All I did today was extremely important, especially these. Because in the next section, and all the sections in chapter 7 will most certainly use, because just because it says multiply two fractions, you won't just multiply and leave it alone. Computer will say incorrect if you do not reduce. To reduce, you need to factor and cancel. That's why chapter 6 is so important, and reducing 7.1 is so important. So please come to me for help if you have problems with those sections. Alright, we are going to first multiply two rational expressions. Here is the first ratio. Here is the second. Guess what they did? They just multiplied side by side. P with R, Q with S. That's it, huh? No, that's not only it. Look what they did underneath it. According to formula above, they should have just multiplied 15 and 21, 14 and 10. That's what formula says. Just multiply across 15 with 21, 14 and 10. And this is going to be, what is 15 times 21? 315. Is that so? 14 times 10 is 140. Why they didn't do this? This is the right answer according to this description, right? This is what they should have done. They didn't do this. This is actually right answer. It's right. But it is incomplete. Why is it incomplete? Why? It's right. I multiplied it.
The factor of GCF.
Yeah. You must reduce fractions. Fractions are useless if you don't reduce them. Because this says 315 or rate 140. I can't imagine this. What the heck that means? But I can imagine this 9/4, right? 9/4. Those 9 is simple 4. Okay. You're splitting 9 feet long stick into 4 pieces. This means 315 feet long stick. You're splitting into 140 pieces. I can't visualize that, but I can visualize 9 and separating into 4. So reducing fractions is essential to understand them and work for wherever you're using them. To work them better, they need to be reduced. So this is incomplete. You need to reduce this by factoring 315 and 140. Once you make these numbers so big, breaking 315 is too hard. Like you have a small problem, medical problem, you don't go to doctor, and that problem grows bigger and bigger, and eventually they need to operate on you. You'll probably die because you ignore the small problem. Yeah, you let that problem get bigger too hard. So what's the reasonable way? When they are small, you need to factor and cancel them. Look, 15 is so small problem. Can I factor it on top of my head? Yeah, 3 and 5. Well, I can't factor 315 on top of my head, so it has so many pieces. Like I know it's 5 times 63, and then 3, 21, and then 21 is 3, 7, blah, blah. I mean, you can make so many mistakes here. Here, 15, 21, 14, and 10, so easy to break. Yeah, literally break them before you start multiplying. Then cancel the stuff that matches on the top and bottom. And then multiply leftover. These are leftovers. Multiply them and get the final answer before it's a huge problem. Got it? So, the way they teach us the multiplication here is incomplete. I'm not gonna say wrong, it's correct, but missing a big piece. We need the first factor, cancel, then multiply, not directly multiply things. Okay, again, one thing is important. Some people may think, how do they cancel? They are not on the same ratio, right? 5 and 5. This 5 in the first ratio, the second 5 is in the second ratio. They may think they don't cancel. No, the pass is to cancel stuff is it's enough to have them opposite sides, top and bottom. So they can be diagonally canceled because this is on the top, this is on the bottom. Like they're enemies. Top side versus bottom side is a fight. So you can cross cancel like 7 and 7 because they're on opposite sides. They don't have to be on the same fraction. Okay? Make sense? But can we cancel 2 and 2? Are these enemies? They're both in the bottom side. They are friends. They join into 4. They don't cancel. Alright. Bad news. I mean, good news, it's easy looking thing, right? It's easy. I just find them, break it and find matching number. Bad news is we won't be doing it with just numbers. We will be doing it with variables like the first question. The idea is the same. What did I say? Factor, simplify, cancel. Simplify means cancel, then multiply. This is the last one. Later multiply. Step 1, factor. Step 2, cross out, cancel, simplify. Step 3, multiply. So I need your help. For each part, I need the factor. 4 parts to factor here. Top, bottom, top, bottom. How do I factor 5x and y? Can I break 5 more? Can I break X more? Can I break Y more? Can I break any of these? Can I? Can I break 5? No, they're all prime, so just write them with a space or dot between them. I'm out with the top. How about the bottom? I can't break 3. This is optional. You can break x to the 4 as this. I will do it in this question, and then I won't be doing it next problems. Or leave it as x to the 4th. Okay, I will break it in for this one. Okay, 6. Can I break 6? Can I? I don't think so. 6 is a small number. Yes, we can. It's 2 times 3. 25. 25. 5 and 5. And y. Now we are gonna cancel things that are opposite on opposite sides, top and bottom. So help me. X's cancel. Y, you said cancel. I'm out. Are we out?
No, 5.
There is 1 5. Okay.
3.
That's it.
1 3.
1 3. 1 pair of 3s. And combine. Look what happened to x's. There are still 3 x's, so they are x cubed. So some people do this. Instead of factoring x to the 4, which I'm gonna do next from now on, I won't be separating x's like this. This is what I'm gonna do. I will cross them immediately like this. Do you see what's going on? I'm killing one of the x's from the bottom and they reduce to 3. Instead of doing this one by one, it's time consuming. Alright, I think we are all done. Multiply stuff, leftover stuff. There is nothing left here. That means it's 0. 0 times 2 is 0. Is that true?
There's a 1.
Yeah. When you cancel things, everything wipes out. There is still a ghost 1 there. 1 times 2 is 2. How about here? X cubed and 5 is left, so it's... Don't write x cubed 5. We like numbers in front of variables. It's not incorrect though, but we like numbers. It's just a tradition before variables. 5x cubed. Okay? Let's check if it's right. Alright, I can't. It's the next homework, but while you're working the next question, I can check it. Do this one. Well, first one with the right answer gets attendance credit. Did you copy it? Because I'm gonna switch. This one.
You want the
Alright, raise hands so I know who's first. You're okay.
I got it. 4/2.
A plus 4. No, we need to start with fraction first. Okay, let's see if he's right. Nope. Second one.
I got 7, then in parentheses, A plus 4/2.
Alright, looks like he's missing a 7 then.
Yeah.
Yep, you got it. Alright, let's see the details. How did she come up with that answer? First, we break all 4 sides. One fraction, second fraction. I tried to break this first. This is a block. First thing you're gonna check is what is common between each terms. 5 and 20, what is common? Anything common? 5 and 20? 5 is common, so I can break 5. When I remove 5 and 5 here, it's A and 4 only left. That's how I factor it. How about the bottom? It's only A, I can't factor it. Top is 7A, I can't factor it. 10 is, yes, I can factor it, 5 and 2. Alright? 5s are crossed out. A's are crossed out. Right? 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 No, we cannot cross out these A's. Because this A is glued to 4 as a block. This is a block. They either go together or can't go. So these A won't cancel. So which A's did you cancel? This A and that A cancels because this A is in the product. It's not plus. If this was plus, I could not cancel it. But it is not. It's product. We can cancel it. So what's left here is 1 times 2 on the denominator, which is 2. That's simple. The top is A plus 4 and 7 must multiply. 7 times A plus 4. And this is it. If you wish, you can multiply literally these two and make it as 7A plus 28 over 2. Because 7 times A is 7A, 7 times 4, 28. This is also acceptable. Okay? But this is where you need to stop, where you can stop. Alright, ready for the next question. So if you get 2 attendance credits, you can skip a class and let me know if you miss a class. Not skip, miss a class for an excuse of something. If you have 2 credits, yes, you're allowed to miss a class. Just let me know afterwards. Come on, work it out. Yeah.
-1.
Just -1?
Yeah.
Okay, this is the test. Let's see. Nope, it's not. I think there should be some x and y's left.